All right, guys. So this is ArmyguyTravels. I just got back from Jamaica. Literally, just got back from the airport like a minute ago. Already jumping on live. Going to talk about the trip. Talk at it from a tourist perspective and a content creator's perspective because both are very different. All right. So both are very, very different. Cosmo, chill. Come here. The cat's going crazy. But yes. Um, yeah. So it's been really crazy, guys. Um, people don't realize that Kingston's really hard to get around. Kingston is really hard to get around in. Um, so, all right. So let's get started. Um, all right. Okay. So, as you guys know, I've been to Jamaica a couple times. I've been there before. I didn't know. What's up, 215? I didn't know. I'd been to all the resort areas before, but I'd never been to Kingston before. So I wanted to check out Kingston, go make some videos, and see what's up. So I did, and I just literally just got in the door. I dropped my bags. I turned on the computer so I can tell you guys all about Kingston, Jamaica, and what I experienced. So the one thing that I'm going to tell you is the people are very warm. You hear all these stories about Kingston being extremely dangerous. Um, it is, but for the most part, Cosmo. Hold on one second, guys. So, um, so you hear about it being dangerous and whatnot, but it really isn't for us, right? There's a lot of crime and a lot of violence, but they're not going after foreigners for the most part, guys. They're going to leave you alone. Now, if you get a druggie, um, if you get if you get a if you get a druggie that doesn't know what they're doing because they're so high, maybe they'll rob you. But for the most part, the gangsters here, what's up, Big Daddy? For the most part, the guys are not going to rob you. They're not. Um, they're going to chill. They're not going to bother you, um, unless if you're causing a problem because they don't want that heat that a foreigner getting hurt brings. And so most of what I found about the Jamaicans in Kingston is they either want to be super nice to you or they just want you to leave them alone. And they're just quiet. So that's what I noticed. As a tourist, there's a lot of cool stuff to do and a lot of really good food. As a content creator, it's a really bad place to go make content if you don't have a network set up before you go. You need to meet people online that can give you an authentic experience, or it's going to be really difficult for you to make content. Really, really difficult, guys. So, um, I made a small video, a positive video in the most dangerous neighborhood in Kingston, and I met some great guys that helped me make that video. I'm not going to name them here because it's just not the appropriate thing to do. But if you see other YouTubers and you see that they go to Kingston and they're walking around in Tivoli Gardens with a camera, um, you're going to get hurt. You're going to get jumped. Someone's going to say something to you in a moment if you just think you can just walk up into that neighborhood with a camera. But if you go and you ask the proper people, and I'm not going to go into the process I went into just yet, but like if you go through the proper process and show those people the respect that they're due in their neighborhood, um, they'll give you the access that you need, right? Um, I think we all would know what happens in that neighborhood and those neighborhoods like that. But for the most part, the guys I met, they might be bosses, but they're doing a lot of good in the community too. They're really trying to make change in Tivoli Gardens and change the name of Tivoli Gardens. All right, guys, they're doing it through art. They're opening up school programs. Um, they're really, really, really trying to make a change. So, and they're doing it through art, and they're really trying to get the violence down in neighborhoods like that, Trenchtown, um, and some other places that are downtown that are kind of rough. So, guys, you have to understand, like, everyone thinks that these guys that do what they do are all bad. They're not. A lot of times, they're in the position they're in because they help people. All right. So, I met some really great guys that helped me make a small film. We're going to start editing it soon. And then once it gets posted, I really do hope they like it. So I was trying to go and do a positive video on the hood, not like crime, drugs, murder, blah, blah. I didn't want to do all that. That's overdone. That's what everybody does on Tivoli. So I wanted to go in and show the beautiful black people that are trying to make a change and change the lives of the young people in that community. And that was my goal. So, and we're talking about potentially me going back in the spring and working with the same people for an extended period of time. I'm not going to give details on here just because I don't think it's appropriate at this time, but there's an opportunity because I showed them respect to come back at a later point and have a good time. Now let's talk about Kingston. Kingston has phenomenal food, as you guys saw on my mini live. Sorry, I was going to do more lives, but I was going to do them from my phone, and my phone is glitching. So, um, it just is. It was what it was. I couldn't do a lot of lives, but so, but the food is great. KFC was phenomenal. Um, it's way better. KFC is so much better than everything else. Um, KFC was great. uh, Tasty Patties. I went to Tasty Patties and did a video for they are the creator of the Jamaican beef patty. So I went there. What else? We went to what's up, bro? I just got back. Jumped right on live the second I dropped my bag. So yeah, man. Like so, the food at Tasty Patties was really good. Um, There's so much good food there. I had the curry goat, I had the jerk chicken, I had the jerk pork, I had the festival, I had all of their beverages. And when I mean all of their beverages, look at the bags under my eyes. You can tell that I was partying it up. Last night I went to Kingston Dub Pub or Dub Rock, whatever it's called, up in the hills. Guys, it's gorgeous. And I smoked with some Rastafarians, and so it was cool, man. Like, um, it was really a good situation. Um, I smoked a lot while I was there. It's legal, so I smoked a blunt at the Bob Marley Museum at his house. So that was cool because they have a dispensary. By the way, guys, I'm gonna start doing these whenever I come back from a country. Get right on live, and guess what? You guys get to see me put another peg in the board. So there's Cuba, there's Dominican Republic, which I'll have soon, and Haiti, and there's Jamaica right below it. So let's drop that pin. Country 24 in the last 8 months, guys. Let's go. So you guys got to see me put it in the board. So, but yeah, I picked up this cool chain in Jamaica and matching bracelet. I really do kind of like that Rastafarian vibe that they have. Like, it's all about peace and tranquility and just real being. So it's kind of cool. Um, so let's talk more about the food. So the food is really good. The drinks are really, really good. But the nightlife is weird. Um, it is really hard to find a place where you can it's real. It's really hard where you can to find a place where there's like a bunch of bars and a bunch of restaurants all clumped together for you to go make content. It's extremely difficult. Also, another thing you have to understand, it's really difficult to get cash at night. A lot of the ATMs are closed for obvious reasons, crime. So if you need to get cash earlier in the day if you're going to go out at night. I found that out the hard way. I walked around in the dark alone for like an hour trying to find an ATM, which I know is stupid, but I really, really wanted to make content at this club, and the DJ invited me back in. I was going to get a free pass back in, and so, but yeah, um, it was crazy. So you need to make sure you get your money in advance. Um, you need to make sure that you kind of have an idea of where you want to go. There's a place called Portmore, and Portmore has a bunch of bars, but I didn't find that out from someone until like the last moment. There's an area um, kind of in the center of the city, not downtown, that has like a bunch of bars, but it's not open. It's really weird. There's like security everywhere, and it seems kind of gloomy. It has Usain Bolt's bar. I went there. Right next door is Club Mecca. So Chris Brown was here like a week or two ago, well, in Jamaica, and he was did a concert at this concert venue, and then he went from there and he went to Mecca to do an after party, and then from Mecca he got up in the morning and he went to Tivoli Gardens and did like some live music for the kids and the people of the neighborhood, and then he signed their wall. So yeah, it's pretty cool, guys. Like, but it's just really hard to get around. Like, if you don't know where things are, it's hard to even Google it because they have a lot of like bars and strip clubs. I didn't do the strip club thing because I just wasn't feeling it. But they do. They have a lot of that going on in like the neighborhood. So you kind of got to know where that is and those people to go. But once you're there, you can have a good time. But like I'm saying, you got to know some people and make some connections if you're going to try to go to make content. Now, if you're going to go and just be a tourist, super easy, guys. Like there's Devon House, which is really beautiful. They have a place called Mahogany Bar that's awesome. Devon House is known for their famous ice cream. I had a big ice cream cone. You'll see it in my Kingston video. Um, what else? They've got a bunch of different shops and spas and places like that. And then I went to Devon House the other day and I ended up walking around the corner to go get KFC again. And I ended up running into this Rasta. And this Rasta was like, "Do you want a beer?" And I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Do you want a beer and a smoke?" And I was like, "Yes." So we did. And we were just chilling and talking. And he's like, "What do you do?" And I said, "I was a soldier, but now I make videos." And he goes, "Okay, cool, cool. So, like, what kind of videos?" And I was like, "I travel." And he's like, "What's the craziest place you've been?" I was like, "Ukraine." And he goes, "Ah." And then Rastafarians are very peaceful, but they are very analytical and philosophical. They're awesome people to be around. Like, if you guys get a chance to go to the hills and hang out with the Rastas, it'll be an experience like you've never ever seen before because they're so respectful. But a real Rasta is well read, so they read books on books on books on books on books. So it's crazy. It's crazy to me how um, the Rastas are just. It's crazy. So um, yeah. What's next? Man, there's just um, Jamaica is just. I noticed that a lot of people are not out and about during the day. I've noticed that. So like a lot, it really made it difficult for content on that too, because I'm used to finding places where you can just kind of go around. Cosmo, come here. Get over here now. Stop crying. Come over here and get and lay in my lap. You want treats? So, but yeah, like most places you kind of have like you have um, like people kind of being out doing their thing, and you just don't see that. People are at home when they're not working or they're not, and then they go out. Um, so it's what you're gonna find. Um, but if you're trying to find a bunch of locals, you're not really gonna find that often. They hang out in local spots. There's not a lot of touristy like hangouts other than that area with you've seen Bolt's Bar and Mecca, and there's a bunch of restaurants, or it's called Courtyard, or going over to Devon House. Like Devon House is a good spot. Um, Devon House is a really good spot to go and enjoy a day out, especially if you got a girl with you. Um, but yeah, you're gonna have to actually look really hard to find the things you want. You know what I mean? Like it's not very easy. It's a cool city, but um, so yeah, it's a difficult city to navigate if you don't know your way around. It's not like being out on the other places um, where it's very easy to navigate. You'll see that when you go. That it's not easy to get around. Um, there are some of the coolest um, street murals that you're gonna find like ever. So that's one thing that if you like street art, um, Kingston's the spot because they really put forth their love and affection for Africa um, and Jamaican culture in the form of art. So you're gonna find that like it's what baby. My cat is tripping right now, guys. Absolutely tripping. So, but yes. So I mean that's the one thing you're gonna realize is that it's just um, it's difficult to get around, but there's so much to do. Sorry, I'm doing my thumbnail real quick for this live. But what questions do you guys have? Like, what do you Jamaica? Yeah, dude, Jamaica was lit. It's just okay. Imagine you're in any city that you live in America. You're gonna have a club and then another club and then maybe bars and some restaurants, right? Like, I went to the Bob Marley Museum and then I left and I walked around the corner trying to find this place called Crew because Morris, the guy that cooks at Crew, has like record award winning, um, record award winning like the best curry goat in the whole city of Kingston. And I heard about him, so I was like, I'm gonna go have dinner, then I'll go change, I'll come back and I'll party. Um, Crew is awesome, really, really, really great place for food, for drinks. The nightlife is amazing. The DJ's awesome. They had like a 1990s R&B thing going. They even had Anita Howard or yeah, Anita Howard's "Freak Like Me." I was like, what? So that was cool. So yeah, but it was fun. I mean, I wish I could have partied differently, but the experiences that I had and the people I had made it worth it. Um, so I wasn't very upset with the way things went. I didn't get the amount of content that I would have liked to get, but the experience that I had, I really needed, especially because right when I got back, I mean, literally, I'm leaving Panama, and my agency calls, and I get bad news on my visa. So, you know, it's just, it was nice to have a good trip, considering that, especially now that I got that crappy news. I'm gonna have my visa, but um, they 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 screwed it up my paperwork again, and then I've got to go do it again, and yeah, it's crazy, guys. Like, I'm really upset about that, but we're gonna have a good time on this live for a couple hours. I'll stay on a few hours. I do have to get off at a relatively decent time because I have to get up and go to my agency first thing in the morning. Um, so I'll probably stay on till midnight tonight. Um, yeah, Jamaica was nice. Um, if you like to partake in the kaya is very big there, so it's okay. I don't understand why it will not allow. There we go. Cool. Okay, so we got this set. None of the above, and let's go. So I would have liked to make more shorts, but I'm gonna start doing that on a daily basis um, here in Bogota because I know where to look for stuff here, guys. Like, this is a great spot to do what you gotta do. What? Um, so yeah, it was a great experience. The food was great. The people were great. I will say I got stared at a lot. I don't think they're used to seeing people that look like me very often. I know the rest of the island is usually where foreigners go. Kingston has a very bad reputation, but honestly, I didn't feel unsafe very often. Honestly, I went in that dangerous hood and I still didn't feel unsafe. Um, I felt normal, like um, if I talked to people, for the most part, they were nice. I did have one lady who was very rude to me, um, but she kind of had a look on her face, anyways. You know that look, RBF. Um, but yeah, so let's talk about something. So, um, Jamaica was easy to get into. The immigration was really easy to leave. I almost had a problem again tonight to get back in the country because my other visa's not done. If I'm probably gonna end up having to work to get these people taken off the embassy list because they're just not doing their job. I don't know what else to do. But I can't keep jacking around and taking a risk to make these trips when I don't even know if they'll let me back in the country. And it's not my fault. I'm following the law. But guys, I'm gonna tell you something. Like, I know this is a Jamaica live, but I need to explain something to you about Colombia. I love the people here, but if it doesn't benefit them, they don't give a crap about you or your process. They could give a shit. Dude, I got all my house here. I don't have a home in America anymore. But they don't care if I lose it all just because they don't want to do their job for 5 minutes. So I'm just letting you know, like, it's something you got to understand. You come down here and you want to get a visa, you need to stay on top of your process because they don't give a shit about you. They don't care what happens to you. They don't care if you get your visa or not. They really don't. So it's something you have to consider, something that you need to do because if you don't, like, you're going to be in a world of hurt. Um, I'm trying to stay legal. I'm trying to do it the right way, but like honestly, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Like, do I just don't travel? I don't travel anymore until they get around to it, and then they cost me making content for you guys, or what? Because I'm doing it the right way. I've gone through the process. Tomorrow morning, I've got to take my paperwork for the third time for them to upload it because these women are the laziest people I've ever met in my life. Literally, it's a whole office of nothing but women, and none of them do their job. Like, I'm all for a blended office for that exact reason. Like, they're just these are just the laziest people I've ever met at this office. I just don't think they care. So I mean, it just kind of is what it is. I'm back. Sorry, guys. My buddy was just he's the one that's been helping me with them and my visa, being a mediator to keep me from losing my shit, and he's telling me kind of some advice. He's like, you should go on a Facebook forum. And I'm like, no, I shouldn't. Because most of those people don't know what they're talking about. If they're not in my situation, they're not in my situation. Like that's the thing you guys will realize if you decide that you want to move to a foreign country is that like every visa situation is different. People keep telling me like, oh, just leave and come back on a tourism visa because your 1 year visa is expired and you're waiting on them to get around to fixing it. The problem is that I've been in the country for more than the allotted time because I had the other visa. So people don't realize like if you I made it happen to get that tourism visa, like just kind of what it is. So because I'm doing it the right way, but nobody's following the rules, and I don't know what to do. What do I do? Leave the country, spend thousands of dollars to live somewhere else while I'm also paying for here, because other people can't do their job? Like sometimes I just want to grab them by the neck and just be like, "Dude, like, what is it that hard? Do your job." But they don't care. They don't care. So you guys really have to be careful. Pick approved agencies. Mine's approved. I'm gonna get them taken off the list though because I meet every criteria for my visa. This time it's no longer a 1 year; it's a 3 year. Um, but I just don't. I mean, I don't know what to do about it. So it really kind of put me in a bad mood. But it'll be all right. We're gonna keep hammering out this content. Um, I actually made a video in Cambodia, and it got published today. If you guys want to go check it out, um, it's not my best video, but it's my most honest video. Um, I finally was super honest um, a country that I went to, and I'll be honest, I love Cambodia, um, but Sihanoukville is filthy and disgusting, and I will never go back. Um, Never gonna happen. So that place, and it's sad because it is a really amazing place, but um, it is, how do I say this? Okay, Sihanoukville got bought out by the Chinese, and the Chinese are running it into the ground because all they care about is the casinos that they built. I don't blame it on Cambodia that that city is such a shithole, but it is a shithole. That is the most disgusting city I think I've ever been in, and I've been in some of the worst places in Africa. I've been in the worst places in the Middle East. I've been in some of the worst neighborhoods in South America, and none of them were as filthy and smelly as Sihanoukville. They have one of the prettiest beaches. Otanes Beach is absolutely gorgeous, and it's filthy. So it's kind of crazy that you could go to the Chinese have bought so much of that land, and they just don't take care of it. Um, and I think the government needs to kind of take it back. You know what I mean? Yeah, they need to take care of it because that city has a lot of potential, and the people are really nice. It's just overtaken by the Chinese. Casinos everywhere. So it does kind of suck that they've kind of run it into the ground. So yeah, so that video's up. Actually, let me get. I'm gonna give you guys. I'm gonna show you what I think. Like the city's got a lot of potential. It's kind of disappointing. Like it's one of those places that's really nice. It just isn't. Um, and it's sad. It could be pretty awesome, but give me one moment. I'm gonna get the link for you. Copy. And I will throw it in the chat. Not like I said, not my greatest video. I was only here for like a day. Some of the best stuff I didn't have a camera out for, which I regret because um, the um, the the hostel was badass, and Chris Travels went there too, which was kind of cool. Um, Food was great. Um, the owner is great. He's from Nigeria. He married a local girl in Cambodia. So it was pretty cool, guys. Happy Cheeseburger Day, guys. By the way, I had a jerk cheeseburger today. A jerk cheeseburger today at the airport. Really phenomenal. In Kingston at Norman Manley. The food was phenomenal. Like all I ate was like beef patties and jerk chicken and rice and festival and plantains and more beef patties and more jerk and more curry, roti. Um, so it was cool, guys. Like you get that opportunity to go to Jamaica. Um, I think Jamaica's a close second behind Trinidad for food. But if that's my new video that came out today, we've got another one. My editor is finally getting his stuff in, which is good. I pushed, now he's doing it. So that's good. So we're gonna have a lot of my Asia content's gonna be done soon because I want to get my Colombia content up. Got to get that Colombia content rolling. Um, Got to get that Colombia content rolling, get it working, see what's going on. I can't wait for the Vietnam stuff, guys. The Vietnam stuff is going to be awesome. The Angkor Wat videos are going to be cool. Angkor Wat videos are going to be really cool. It is the largest religious structure in the world. All these are going to be out in the next week. He's really starting to hammer it out, which is good. So finally we'll get caught up on that, and then I'm going to have a ton of more stuff to give him. All these videos I've made around Colombia. I'm interviewing a pro footballer in the apartment soon. We're going to have a good time. We're going to cook some food. We're going to have some good times. His dad's actually a famous actor here in Colombia and is in the show Porfirio Falso, so false profile. So his dad's an actor and his mom was an actor or an actress, and now he's a pro footballer. So we're going to do an interview with that guy soon. I will announce it when I pick a day. I'm supposed to go to Medellin on Wednesday, but there's a lot of politics and bureaucracy when it comes to making professional football videos at professional clubs. I love football. I love soccer so much. And I have to set things up to be able to get it rolling. And I have to get a lot of permissions from a lot of people, just like I had to do for the Tivoli Gardens video. So let me see. I'm going to show you guys something. The view I had last night. You're gonna like this. So this is the view that I had from the Kingston Dub Club last night. Where's it at? There it is. All right, hold on a second. Continue as ArmyguyTravels. Give me a second, guys, because I am going to bring it up and show you. A moment. All right, hold on a second. I got to go to Authenticator real quick. That's the thing when you're verified on Instagram. Anytime you change a password or anything, you have to use the two-force authentication. All right, that should be good. Let me show you this, guys. I'm gonna do a shared screen, and you get to see an idea of where is it? Present and share screen. All right, we're gonna go to Instagram. So this is on my Instagram, guys. Look at this view. Let me turn the audio off because there's music in the background. But yeah, check that out, guys. This is the view from the Kingston Dub Club last night, this is where all the, like, Arasta owns it. They have great food. great fumar and great beverages, great vibes. There wasn't any girls up there last night, but the views were amazing and the music was amazing. But look at that view from up in the hills over Kingston. I mean, that's great. Like, and then like this was they took this of me in the most dangerous neighborhood um, in in Kingston. Let's see. Um, that was at the Bob Marley Museum. That was at the Bob Marley Museum, and we got Usain Bolt's at the museum. I smoked a blunt right back here on a bench. This is cool. Like, and that's what actually the artist that so this guy right here that liked my post. He he is the one that did this. Here, hold on. I can actually play this music because YouTube offers it in their library too. So, guys, I'm going to say something. The people that are doing that mural project, so that's the one mural. They have another mural that's going up in October. If you guys want to help make one of the most infamous neighborhoods in the world look better for the kids, and you want to make a better place for some inner city folks to have a more positive outlook on their community through art, and you want to help donate, I'm going to show you the page for this is the Tivoli Murals project. All right, this is the part 2, phase 2, which is going to be done. It's not even started. They're starting it this week. It'll be done by October. So like,
it's a live Charlie I represent for the Tivoli Garden Mural Phase 2 project. So right now we're standing in an era where we're actually going to start the 2023 phase, you know, the phase 2. So right now we have over 2,500 square foot in this area. You know, so we're reaching out to all of the ones that know us that want to be a part of the Tivoli Garden Mural project. All of the supporters, all of the sponsors, and we still reach out to the ones and to come on board and make it a glorious and a tremendous event. You hear that? So don't know you can check out the space. This is the beginning of the space, so we're gonna start the whole thing. And then we're gonna extend it to different spaces.
So if you guys want to help out and you want to throw a little bit their way, you can either contact them on Instagram. Their page is right here, Tivoli Murals Project. You can do that. It's healing art because you guys have to understand there's a lot of pain in this community, a lot of pain, and it's a lot of amazing people. So they're trying to just make it a better place for everyone, okay? Yes, it is what it is. It's a hood. But they're trying to do something, and I respect that. So, guys, if you want to help out, you want to donate a little bit, you want to help out these kids that are from the neighborhood, um, you want to, and that we know who that is. I'm not going to say his name on here, mainly because he's very integral and a lot of people love him in that neighborhood, but I was asked not to mention his name, so we're not gonna do that. So if you know who he is, that's cool. If not, I can message you offline, but I'm not gonna name drop him. Um, but yeah, guys, so there's some awesome artists, and if you look, there was a video of Chris Brown went here, and he signed Let me see if I can show you the wall that he signed. Um, where is it? It's on this wall. Actually, this white spot right here. I'm gonna mute that because that's not in the catalog. Um, if you look, I met him. The guy in the bottom of that paper, I met him. So there is um, a wall, and Sean Kingston signed it, and Chris Brown signed it, um, and some other artists signed it. So um, if you look, there is actually, I think I have it. I think I have it on a reel. Let me see if I have it, where you can see where he signed. I know I'm gonna have to mute it because I put audio. Actually, it's gonna be YouTube, and it's on one of my shorts. Um, let's go to shorts. Let me go ahead and share my screen again. All right. Let's go to the shorts. Yeah, that was Kingston at night right here. Where is it? That's not it. Street art tour, no. Tivoli Gardens, no. Where was it? I put up a bunch of shorts. It's actually really good for the algorithm, according to my buddy. Here we go. Let me make sure that I mute this. Oh, it doesn't have music on this one. Good. So if you look, it's beautiful to be black, black and beautiful. But if you look, where is it? I wanted to be able to see what they wrote for you and show you guys what they wrote. Yeah, there it is. Okay. So it says, take a deep breath, one love, Picky Tiki. So that's an artist. And then that's Sean Kingston's signature right here. And then Chris Brown is also on here as well. Healing art through arts. The Tivoli Murals Project. No, sorry, that's Sean Kingston. The other one was Chris Brown. Oh no, that's Chris Brown. My bad. Yep, he signed it after he did a show. We did some Jamaican jerk. Best rum. That's the Appleton, but actually the white rum is phenomenal. So this is the hostel I stayed at, called Dance Hall Hostel. I was drinking there a little bit. The party is definitely wild in Kingston. I did a lot of eating and a lot of drinking. Like, coming at you from the beautiful Kingston, Jamaica. So, Jimmy Cliff, Fleet Street, the Bob Marley mural, Emancipation Park. They built this in, I think, 2005 to commemorate the freedom of slavery from Britain and the Spanish. They definitely made him have a big one, which is kind of funny because it's ginormous. The jerk pork. It was actually really tough. Tivoli Gardens. This was cool.
7 day a week. So hard work.
Yeah. Usain Bolt's bar. I had a Bob Marley, which is really good. Proper way to drink it is by not mixing it. You pull the straw from bottom to top as you drink it. Crew bar, we had the curry goat and roti and jasmine rice. We got some Kaya at the Bob Marley spot. We got a mural of the kids. These are all of Bob Marley's kids. He had 3 with his wife, and he had more with other lovely ladies. This was Kingston. They had. I went to a hood and went and saw karaoke in the hood. That was kind of cool, but there were no ladies, which was sad. Well, there's one, but she was old. But it was fun. Got Kingston, Jamaica at night. So Windrush murals here or there at the airport. I showed that. That's gorgeous. It's such a beautiful spot. So yeah, guys. I mean, it was cool. There was just a lot to see, a lot of art. A lot of people were doing their thing. What's up, Cosmo? My cat missed me. Yeah, guys, this is what I come home to. Meow. So, but yeah, guys, so it's not very easy to get access into a place like Tivoli. You literally have to get approval through multiple people before you get access into the rest. Okay, so I had to ask around, and then I had to go through people, and then they wanted to talk to me, and so and then he had to go talk to someone else who got approval, and then wanted to talk to me also, and then they kind of just want to know like, hey, what's your intention? What are you trying to show? And just like that. So um, that's kind of how you get into one of those situations. You can't just walk in there. There's a guy, the Chris's must list or whatever. I don't remember his page, but he just walked in there with a camera and a random crackhead and thought he was going to be fine. It doesn't work like that. I mean, it's bold. I'll give him that. Like he got the content, but that's too risky, man. You're stepping on toes when if you build a relationship with people and you're respectful and kind of follow the rules, then you get more access later on. I mean, the goal isn't just right now. It's like, okay, if I can go here and I can do this and I follow the rules, I don't. If they say this person is not on camera, this person, this, like you follow it. Don't disrespect them. It's their home. You're a guest. And if you follow it, maybe they let you come back. Maybe they give you better access. Maybe they see with the product that you make, and you're like, you know what? This guy's not going to screw us over. He's not going to expose things. He's going to just keep it simple. And it's pretty awesome. So it's I was lucky. I met a very nice person who gave me access to a person that knew all these people, and and they didn't even hit me on the head for a lot of money. I mean, they just needed a donation for the wall. It's like we'll give you access, and would you be willing to donate for the wall? And I said I would absolutely. And I said, when I come back, I would like to do something more. And so we're talking about it. It's not approved yet. We gotta they're gonna want to see kind of a plan on what I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to make anyone look bad, and I'm not trying to expose anything that's going on there other than the positive stuff. So that's going to be fun if we can make it happen in the spring. Um, there's some details about that are really cool that were offered, but obviously it's got to be different. I may have to allow my camera to be in the hands of someone else for that to happen, and that's okay. I don't care. If they let me get an authentic experience, I want to see how the people live. So if I can get that opportunity, I think it would be a very amazing chance. And sir, if you're watching, which I'm sure you guys are going to be watching my stuff to see what I'm about, I am not looking to step on anyone's toes. I want to make a good video where I can talk to people and hang out and get to know people and eat food and drink and smoke and just enjoy fellowship with locals and make a story about that. All the bad stories have already been made. I'm about positivity when it comes to Tivoli. So we'll see. We'll see if it happens. A lot of approval, a lot of requests are going to have to be made. We'll see if they give it to me. Um, we'll go from there. So But yeah, guys, make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe button if you're not always subscribed, and most of all, enjoy. So there's gonna be some cool videos coming out from this trip. Um, we're gonna do a lot of editing soon. It's gonna be a lot of fun, guys. We're gonna do good things. So um, yeah, what you doing, Cosmo? But yeah, so we go to Dominican Republic soon, um, and then get back and like a day later go to Mexico. So it's going to be crazy. And then that's it for international travel. I'm going to focus on Colombia videos. So we do have a lot of videos we're making soon. Like Colombia videos are going to be great. By the way, here's one thing that kills me about social media. You make one complaint about one thing and people like, if you don't like it, leave. I never said I don't like Colombia. I posted on my personal Facebook about my visa situation. It's not even the government's fault, so I'm not bashing the government at all. The government didn't do anything here. It's just lazy people. And it's like, well, if you don't like it in Colombia, why don't you leave? I said, since when did I ever say I don't like it here? I love Colombia. This is my home. I want to make it my home, but lazy people don't do their job. It makes it harder for my visa. So, you know what I mean? Like, um, yeah, that's the stupidest stuff I ever heard. I'm just gonna ignore that guy. That's actually a friend of mine, but he's just it's about election cycle. So you know where his head's at. Certain people just live their life. Other people they get political about everything. It's not there's no pill politics here. I love my country. I love where I'm at. This is my home now. But my visa process has been a mother right now, like an MFer. And I just no matter what I do, the lazy women at the office don't do their job, and it just is what it is. And I don't and but some people are gonna be like, well, if you complain about it, you should just leave. And it's like, no, I mean, I'm complaining about a situation, but I love Colombia. I live here. This is my home. I want to make it my home. I'm just tired of having to be stressed out all the time about a visa situation. Look, people that are illegal, you're going to have to stress because it just is what it is. It sucks to be you. I hate that you're in a bad situation. I wish that you weren't. But when you're illegal someone somewhere, it's it just sucks that you're going to be always looking over your shoulder. Now, when you immigrate to a country legally and you're paying for a service, you deserve to get that service. So I have a right to complain. It's not that I dislike Colombia. I don't. I love Colombia. But at the same time, I think that people can be really lazy here. When it doesn't benefit them, they don't do their job. So, and it's just like, so when someone tells me, like, well, if you don't like it there, you should leave. All I did was complain about a visa situation. Like, that's it. It's not even the government's fault. The government just keeps asking for documents and the women keep uploading it wrong. If they started doing their job, I would have my visa. So it just is what it is. But yeah, sorry. That's on my mind tonight because it is a pain. Guys, when you move to another country, you have to understand you're gonna have to get enough you're gonna visa problem process is not always simple. And each president, the system changes. So I'm not knocking disclaimer, not knocking the president, not knocking the situation here, not knocking the immigration process. I'm knocking the agency and individual civilians that are not doing their job. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. So, but my buddy's like, you could get locked up for it. No, I'm not, because I'm not bashing the government. I'm bashing a person that's not doing their job. So, but that's because people don't read. So, um, end result. Where's everybody? I see two people are on here. I'm watching from StreamYard. What is going on, guys? Where are you guys looking in from? Put it in the chat. Tell me who's on. I've got two people watching. Not a lot, but eventually people will go back and watch these. Let's talk a little bit about the money. Is it expensive there? That depends. They gringo price like crazy in Jamaica. Gringo pricing happens very often. What I'm going to get charged and what a Jamaican is going to get charged are two different prices. Right now, the conversion rate is, what's up, Big Daddy? You're from your living room. That's awesome. Shout out to Big Daddy Stovepipe in the house. Yeah, dude, it's like 150 Jamaican dollars to $1 right now. I went to Tasty Patties, the original Jamaican beef patty. I got two patties for 300 or $3.36, 3.36 US dollars for two patties. Giant beef patties, nice and spicy and hot and delicious. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Um, the food was great. Uh, so patties were good. Um, I'll tell you something. Blue Mountain Coffee is some of the best coffee in the world. It's Jamaican coffee. I had been to the other places in the country, but not Kingston before, and I'd never seen the Blue Mountains, and they are gorgeous. Imagine a set of mountains that are covered in trees, and then there's like a haze coming off the ocean, and it makes them look blue. Like, let me see if I can show you guys. Um, all right, so this is what they look like. Let me share my screen with you, kind of show you a little bit about Kingston, Jamaica. This is the mountains that kind of on one side of the city you have the ocean, the other side you have these mountains. So let's take a peek. Yeah, guys. So like this is what they look like if you look. This one right here. So this is look at that blue haze. So that's what the blue mountains look like, right? Let me get this off of here because that's a copyrighted image. But like yeah, so you've got some just beautiful like boom. Yeah, guys, it's just beautiful. So, yeah, it's pretty cool, guys. Face turquoise covering eyes. Hi, Annie. How are you? You said you were getting ready, but I haven't, you didn't message, so I'm just kind of waiting to see what you're up to. I do have to be up like super early, though. I've got to be up at like 6 in the morning. So, yeah. Got my Jesus piece, my Jamaican Jesus piece on. Venezuelan coffee is great. I had coffee in Chodani, Venezuela, when I went to Venezuela years ago. Chodani is freaking phenomenal. best coffee, best chocolate in Venezuela, best beach in Venezuela. Obviously, I have not seen all of them, and there are a lot of them, but yeah, like Choroni is gorgeous. Her country is amazing. I can't wait to go back when it's safe, and so that I don't get hurt in the butt because I know I have a pretty butt. I'm joking. Pause. But yeah, guys, I don't want to be a piece of street meat for in jail there. That would be bad. What's the best coffee in Venezuela, Annie? If you had to tell me, like, what's the best kind? Is it the Maduro special? She had to tolerate me last night because I had a cookie. I ate a cookie in up with the Rastas, and I was yes, Big Daddy, you know it. Yeah, I was up at the Rastas partying last night, guys. Look at my eyes. Like I'm a little red. That Kaya was strong, strong, strong. So, but yes, yes. Me to get you the Uber, or what do you want to do? Hot coffee is good, but some coffees are significantly better than others. I think like there's some coffee here. I mean, Colombia's got great coffee too, and basically, guys, anywhere in the tropics is going to have phenomenal coffee. So if you're going to have if you're going to have um, coffee from Jamaica, it's going to be great. I'm guessing I never had coffee in Trinidad, but I'm guessing they've got good coffee because anything in the tropics is going to be good. But here's what I'm going to do, guys. It's already almost 11. I just got in from a long day of flying, and it doesn't seem like a lot because it's like an hour each way, but I did have to get at the airport super early, and then I waited around after security, um, and then I flew to Panama, did the same thing, and then I flew here, and then literally just immediately got on live with you guys. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm not gonna get off right now, but what I am gonna do is for like the next few minutes, I'm gonna show you some of the coolest places that I went to in Jamaica, because that's the purpose of this specific live. This live was just kind of a recap of the trip, right? I think that's one thing I'm going to do is whenever I go to a new country, I'm going to do a recap, like, because after my flight, I can kind of soak in the information, figure out what I'm going to do, and like how I really felt about it after I've had a little time to think. So that's why that's what this live is. The other lives we'll go back to the fun content. We're gonna get some people on here and spice it up, but for the most part, this is just about Jamaica and the trip. So here are my key points to the trip. All right, the people are really awesome. They're very friendly. Um, it seems like they're more friendly in the neighborhoods than they are out in public. But for the most part, Jamaicans are very no problem man type of people, so it's really awesome. Um, Food's definitely like a 9.5 out of 10. You know, it's definitely top notch. There's so much good food, and the street food is amazing, and they take a lot of pride in it. But here is I'm gonna go. I'm gonna put on Google, and I'm gonna show you guys um, the coolest places that I went to in Jamaica. So let me share my screen. I'm going to do that real quick, and then I'm going to jump off. So check this out. All right. First, Usain Bolt's Tracks and Records. This is a club bar restaurant that has phenomenal food. I had cod bites with jerk seasoning on it. All right, this is what it looks like. It's a big sports bar. So if you want to catch Jamaican football, there's Usain Bolt. He goes in there often. It's called Tracks and Records. This is where it's located. um, it's located on Constant Spring Road in Jamaica, in a place called Marketplace, also known as the Courtyard. So this right here, this is where you're gonna find Usain Bolt's Tracks and Records. Awesome place to catch a game. They put a lot of Premier League soccer on, which is cool. So that's the first spot. All right. You want to get the best curry goat in all of Kingston. Crew Bar. This place right here, during the day, grade fives, rooftop bar, and then it turns to a club at night. This place is cool. Look at this. Look at this view. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And the food, their chef has world famous level, um, like world famous level um, curry goat. Like there's their food. I think that's oxtail. I've never tried oxtail. I'm kind of scared of it. This is their menu, and then they have the specials. You know what I mean? Like this is head at night. It's got a great view. Problem is there's like very little around elsewhere. Um, Devon House. All right, next I'm going to show you guys Devon House. You can actually walk from the Bob Marley Music Museum to Crew in like 2 minutes. All right, so Devon House is an ice cream place, guys. Look at that beautiful lady next to the ice cream. They have amazing ice cream, but it's actually a big plantation that's like from the plantation's from the 1600s, but the house is from the 1800s. You could tour the house, all the grounds, tons of restaurants. So that's pretty cool. Bob Marley Museum, obviously. The hard part is a lot of the places here did not allow me to use. Um, a lot of places don't allow you to have cameras in Kingston. I was really kind of bummed. It made things really difficult. Difficult to do um, to make content because they just don't allow. Like you can inside this courtyard right here, you could take photos, but you can't take any video. And then when you get inside, you can't take photos or video. So you're kind of just asked out. There's no way. Like it's got a big statue, but it's this is where he lived. So he negotiated this into his contract. Um, he negotiated the ownership of this house. Island Records owned it, and then he got it. This is all his kids. Remember, see, I showed you guys that photo on my Instagram. So that's cool. Emancipation Park is another thing that was really awesome in Kingston. It's in a cool part of town. I think it's in Barbican, but I can't remember. Like they've got live music and all sorts of stuff. Like, you know, and then obviously KFC Jamaica. Kind of expensive actually, but you gotta get the spicy. Got to get the spicy, guys. Gotta get it. You have to get the spicy. Did I say you gotta get the spicy? If you don't get the spicy, it tastes like America. If you get the spicy, then you know you're in Jamaica. I'm telling you, it's delicious, guys. All right. So next up, what else? What else? What else? If you get a chance, Tivoli Gardens, Coronation Market. All right. So I'm gonna tell you guys something. Something that made me respect. So that's Tivoli. All right. I was supposed to go to Coronation, and they were gonna take me over there. But here's the problem with Coronation Park. Half of that market is owned by Denham Park, which is another gang, and then Tivoli Gardens, which is a neighborhood right there. So they couldn't protect me if we went into the market, and there's problems between the two neighborhoods right now. So they just said, "Let's do it another time," and I agreed because they when they were like, "We can't protect you over there, but we can protect you over here," and I was like, "Okay, no problem, guys. We'll just do it another time." He's like, "Yeah, we've got to negotiate. We got to talk to them. We're gonna have to break them off a little bread. They're gonna have to tell them we got a foreigner coming in with a camera, so we got to be careful, guys." So, but it's good because you respect what they say now, and you end up getting it later on. So it works out. Um, so yeah. Um, so yeah, I didn't get to do Coronation Market just because. Now the Fleet Street murals are freaking amazing, guys. You've got to go to Fleet Street. 41 Fleet Street. Not in the greatest neighborhood. It is downtown, but that place has awesome murals. Awesome, awesome, awesome murals, guys. Okay. You want to see some of the coolest street art in all of Kingston? You got to go to Fleet Street. Fleet Street. It's amazing. So, but here's what I'm going to do, guys. I'm exhausted from the flight and then just getting that bad news about my visa. So I'm just gonna keep it short. We're gonna keep this one focused on mostly on the Jamaica and then obviously my visa thing because it popped up. But I'm gonna end the live. I want to thank every one of you for watching and supporting. Tomorrow we'll be back at it. I'm gonna do a long live tomorrow. It'll be fun. I'm gonna get a bunch of people on. We're gonna have a good time. Um, but either way, y'all have a great day. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like. I'm gonna get some rest and have my friend come over and chillax. So I know she wants to cheer me up. So y'all have a great night. Like, subscribe. Most of all, enjoy.